welcome to the Job Help Hotline. My name is William Molina and I'll be your host today. We're featuring the Greater Westtown Community Development Project. There is a woodworkers training program which we're going to find out a lot of valuable information about. And we have a special guest here today, Mr. Donja McGaskin. How are you doing today, sir?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Good to have you here.
Yes.
These are resources that are provided through Can Call TV where if you're looking for a job or you're trying to find a way you can compete in the market, then here's a great opportunity for you to acquire the skills that are necessary. Most schools will charge a fee and you have to take a student loan and do a lot of things and jump through a lot of hoops to try to get yourself training. Whereas through Greater Westtown, the Woodworkers program, it's at no cost. So that's why this is a very special program today, and we're hoping that if you're watching out there, that the information will be helpful to you. It'll help you to go out there and compete in this market because even though, Donja, the market seems to be better, there's still a lot of competition, am I right?
There is.
Yeah, so there's a lot of competition out there for jobs. So the ones that are going to obtain the job are those that have the skills that are necessary to go out there and compete. And so the Greater Westtown Woodworkers Training Program is a great opportunity for you. So why don't we begin, Donja, by just giving us a little information on the Greater Westtown Woodworkers Training Program.
Okay. Well, it's a program that runs Monday through Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. And you're getting hands-on training in woodworking, wood products and manufacturing. You're learning machine operation and tool safety, among some things.
Okay, we have a record already. We have a caller on the line already. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, can I help you?
Yeah, this is John calling from Chicago. I just want to know what is the job Western Training Partnership is all about.
I'm sorry, you say what the training partnership is all about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, so we teach you how to be a woodworker. If you're interested in learning how to make cabinets or make furniture and learn tools like table saws and drill presses and miter saws, and you want to learn to work with those machines, that's what our training program is about. It's 15 weeks, and during that 15 weeks, you'll come in Monday through Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. to take the training. Does that help?
Is it any my entire struggle with?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question, please?
Is there any money like field to?
I didn't.
You're breaking up.
Yeah, you're breaking up. We're having a hard time hearing you, sir. We apologize.
Is there any field like money to pay for?
Oh, like a fee?
Training?
No, the training is provided at no cost. If you are currently unemployed, or maybe you receive some form of public benefits, it's provided at no cost if you qualify, if you meet low income earning guidelines. And if you watch us more and we'll answer more of your questions as the show goes on. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome, sir.
And give us a call.
I'll flash the number on the screen for you, sir, so you can see the number to call. You can call 312-563-9570, and they'll answer a lot more questions for you. You can ask them all the questions you want and find out when is the next orientation so you can come on in and take a tour and see what the program is all about.
Okay, thank you so much. You guys are so helpful. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome, sir. Have a great day. Bye. So yeah, that's good. I mean, that's people are eager to call in already, so that's a great thing. So I wanted to elaborate a little more about the training program itself. So, because this you said it was 15 weeks long.
Yes.
Now, 15 weeks is not a real long time. To others, it may seem like, wow, 15 weeks to do what? Yeah. So, give us like a little breakdown, a small breakdown, because we're going to go bit by bit so people get all the information as to why is it 15 weeks long and what's going to take place within those 15 weeks.
So, what we want to do is get you trained with some basic woodworking skills, and then we want to get you out there working in a full-time job in the industry. So that 15-week course is designed to give you an intensive introduction to woodworking basics. So you're there 6.5 hours, you get a half-hour lunch, and then 4 of those hours are actually spent in the shop in a real world working environment with industrial machines that you will find in any woodworking shop across the nation. And in those 4 hours, you're learning sanding, you're learning wood joinery, you're learning how to operate the machinery and what the steps it goes into thinking about putting furniture together.
So if I can interrupt for a second, so you're basically, when you're talking about machinery, this is not where you're going to go to a store and buy a saw and be able
No.
to, it's machines that are more complex, machines that are industrial, right?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
you will find in the actual industry itself if you went out there to get a job.
No
right?
Black and Decker. Yeah.
No Okay, so yeah, so when a person comes in, they what do they have to do? I mean, what's the process? What do I have to do to come in and get a tour and?
Okay. Well, you would call us, and we give orientations most Tuesdays at 8:45 a.m. And when you come in during that orientation, you'll fill out an application. We'll give you a tour of the shop, so you get to see a class that's in session and get a better idea of where you'll be working or learning. And then we do some other assessments, and then at that point, we'll give you an interview.
Okay, we have another caller. Caller, yes? Can we help you?
Yes, exactly what is elder law?
I'm sorry, repeat that question, ma'am.
What is elder law?
Elder law?
Yes.
I'm not sure what you mean by that question, elder law, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we're getting a variety of questions today.
Yes, we get some good questions.
Good questions. So anyway, if you do call in, we want to answer questions regarding what it takes to get in the training program, what the program entails, and what's it going to do for you, things of that nature. Okay, any technicalities or technical questions like that, that would be more for funders and so on. So hopefully the information we give you here will just help you to have a doorway to get into a program that's going to help benefit you and get a job. We have another caller. Hello.
This is Adebayo speaking. Adebayo.
And how can we help you, sir?
Yeah, do you guys have a website to go? A website to
Do we work on
Yeah,
a website?
yes, well, we do have a website you can
Oh,
go
website.
to. The website is, and we'll pull it up on the screen, www.gwtp.org.
Okay.
And we're also on Facebook. Look us up on facebook.com/Greater Westtown.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay,
You're
you're
welcome.
welcome. Okay, it's good to know that we have an audience today out there
Yeah,
calling in.
thanks
That's
for
great.
watching.
That's great, absolutely. So what types of jobs would a person be able to acquire with this type of training?
Well, the industry actually is very broad. You see products made with wood every day. You walk into a McDonald's, there are countertops and tables, and a wood shop made that. If you go into a museum, you'll see the display cases for the exhibits and things like that. And woodworking shops are responsible for producing those things. Displays in stores, picture frames, even instruments. One of the, actually maybe the only U.S. last harp company producer.
Oh, Lang & Healy, huh?
Yeah, they're here in Chicago. And they have woodworkers that work there in their shop too. Luthiers who work with, make violins and guitars, that's a form of woodworking as well.
So a lot of people think when they hear woodworking, they're thinking about carpentry work, where you're basically laying up wood for drywall
Yeah.
frames. This is much more in depth than that.
Yeah, so carpentry, we do not really get into. That's large scale framing, walls, buildings. We look at, with the woodworking in our training program, we look at what goes inside, the furniture components, the cabinetry, some of the other built-in woodworking, but finer, yeah.
And what's the age requirement for this program?
18 and up.
18 and older, okay.
Yeah.
And it's at no cost.
At no cost.
18 years or older, you're working in an industrial shop, you're working with actual equipment. And so they're actually going to be building things right inside the training, right?
Yeah, so as a student, you don't have to bring any tools Nor do you need any materials. We provide all of that. And basically, you're assigned projects that are designed to give you introduction and exposure to the different machines. And at the end, when you finish these projects, you get to take them home.
So you have a person sitting out there that says, well, I'm not working. I don't have any money. I don't have transportation. It's very difficult for me.
To get to
yeah. I got a car, I don't have gas, or I take the bus and I don't have, bus fare.
Well, fortunately, part of our program, we actually provide a transportation stipend every week in the form of a gas card if you drive, or a bus card if you're on public transportation. So that first week, you have to get here on your own, and then every Friday, we give you a card.
Okay, great. So we're talking about free transportation. We're talking about no need to buy tools or anything. That you're provided with everything. You're going to get training from teachers that actually know what they're doing. In a little while, I'm going to show a few pictures with Danyama here, and we can find out what it is an average day and what it looks like in the shop. At this moment, though, I want to flash the number up on the screen so that if you're out there and you're looking for work, you're looking for that edge that will get you that job, just give a call to the Greater Westtown Training Partnership. It's the Woodworkers Training Program. It's the Wood Products Manufacturing Training Program. They're in Chicago, 500 North Sacramento Boulevard. The phone number is 312-563-9570. Somebody will take your call and give you more information, and you can get on the list to come in for an orientation and do an interview. Orientation is every week at 8:45. When you call, you can reserve a spot to come on in, so that way you can see what the training program is all about. So I have Mr. Tyran Freeman with me here, and Tyran, I believe you are an actual student of the program, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Well, welcome to today's program.
Thank you for having me.
We're glad that you're here. So Tyran, can you tell me, how did you find out about the Woodworkers Training Program?
Well, a guy that I was working for, he had introduced me to a little bit of woodworking and showed me what the possibilities could be. And he sent me a link to Greater Westtown one morning, and he told me that he think I should try it out. And I gave him a call. I got into orientation on Tuesday at 8:45 p.m.
Okay.
And 2 weeks later, they called me again back for another interview. And then 2 weeks after that, I started.
So tell me, how's your experience there? What's an average day for you there?
An average day is intense.
Intense, huh?
Intense, yes. There's a lot of there's not a lot of standing around. You're always doing something. You're always learning something new, and you're always bettering yourself at what it is you're there to learn.
So tell me, give me some skills that you've learned, and like what are some of the classes you've taken, what you've learned?
Some of the classes that I take, one being shop.
Okay, so you got what, the wood shop?
Wood shop, yes, for 4 hours in the morning up until 12:30. At 12, I go to break for 30 minutes.
But what type of technical skills have you learned?
I've learned how to read measuring tape. I learned how to communicate what I'm trying to get said much more clearer and much better. I've learned joinery. I've learned cutting operations. I've learned.
So you've got a vast array of skills that you're going to utilize in the world of work. Okay, that's a good thing. So what would you say to somebody who's sitting on their sofa out there right now and they're just, thinking about it? What would you say to give them that push that they need in order to make that phone call?
Stop thinking and do it.
Okay, that's deep. Stop thinking and do it.
Stop thinking and do it.
Okay, great. Well, there you have it. We have a student that's actually active, involved in the program, who's been there. How long have you been there now?
11 weeks.
11 weeks. So you're not far away from graduating, right?
Nope.
And you guys have finished some products, I believe, right?
Yes.
Some projects. So what have you made so far?
So far, we have made 4 boxes, and those 4 boxes cover the type of joints and joinery that you have within woodworking. So you have a dowel joint, you have a biscuit joint, you have glue, you can glue wood together. And right now we're working on a nightstand.
Okay, fantastic. That's great. See, when you hear words like dowel, joinery, all that stuff, if you know nothing about woodworking, believe me, this is something that you know nothing about until you went to this program. Am I right? Okay, so there you go. So it has its great benefits. Thank you, Tyran, for being here today with us. Again, the number's on your screen so that you can give us a call. If you're interested in the program, as you can see, it's the real deal. You're going to go out here, you're going to actually learn some technical skills. You're going to be involved in working in an industrial wood shop, which is great. You're going to be exposed to different types of projects. So give a call. Don't sit there. 312-563-9570. So, Danjuma.
Yes.
My question is, when a person comes to training and they're in class every day, okay, now are they switching from class to class? Because when Tyran was here, he was talking about classes. So
Yeah, good point. Other classes. So even though you're in the shop most of the time, there are a number of other skills that you learn in classes outside of the shop that help you inside the shop. Blueprint reading is one of them, where you cover how to interpret drawings that you're given to be able to build and how to visualize stuff on paper. There's shop math, because you gotta know some math. It's not nothing too intense, you know, a little bit, maybe a little bit of geometry, but mostly basic math dealing with fractions, because we're dealing with feet and inches. And if you've ever looked on a ruler and how those are expressed on inches. And there's the first 3 weeks of the course, you do take a measurement class where you have to learn, we teach you how to read a tape measure. So if you've had no experience, or you know, maybe you've been out of school for a while and it's been a long time since you've looked at a ruler, not to worry. We teach you all of that. If you are willing to learn and are eager and have a good attitude and want to succeed, we will teach you and give you those tools that you need to do well.
So, and the good thing, as I read information here, it says that there's English, there's math, because if you've been out of school for a long time, you know, you come back, it's like, wow, to start all over again. Some people are scared to work with the math or the reading.
Yeah.
So there is a class where they train you and teach you in that area to bring your skills back up to par. Because I know that's back there, and it comes right back to the front when somebody starts giving you numbers again and helps you with it. So that's actually excellent. Now, I wanted to show some pictures that we have here. I see that this is for men and women as well, huh?
Yes, men and women, yes.
So what is she working on right here? She's sitting on...
So she's sanding some parts. That's part of a leg and a base for a table that they're building. And so she's sanding some of, you know, you get in there and you have the tools, and then there's parts that you can really only do by hand, even though we do have sanders that are machines. But yeah, sometimes it's just good old-fashioned hand sanding.
Yeah, and I see back there's a lot of tools and a lot of machinery. So when you say industrial shop, you guys are very serious about that. Here I see a young man using a drill. I think was this the table stand that the young man was speaking about, Tyran, making a table stand or something?
Oh, well, yeah, this is one of the projects that some of the students make. And what this guy's doing here, he's done a dry fit where you kind of put it together and see how it's going to go. And then he's actually pre-drilling so the base is connected with screws to the tabletop. So he's pre-drilling so he can put those screws in there.
So I see that it looks like something really well made. It looks very precise. That looks really nice. And here now, what material is this young lady working with?
So Mary is working with veneer. So what that is thin. It's real wood, sliced from a log, and you can do different type of matching techniques to lay that out, because they're gonna put that. It's gonna be like one panel, and they're gonna cover it and make a door. A cabinet door and a drawer face.
So a lot of people try to figure out how they make a large table. So it's actually quite a few pieces of wood that are glued together and sanded to look even, and then they put the veneer on them, right?
Sometimes, yeah. Or underneath that veneer will be something like plywood or particle board, but that veneer will be covering it, and you put a top coat over it.
Okay, now let me ask you a question, Daniel. I want to put the number back on the screen real quick, because I want people to really write this number down, 312-563-9570. Orientations are every week at 8:45 a.m. Call to schedule your appointment for the orientation. The training will start in mid-July. I want to ask you a question about orientation. So, Daniel, what happens when they come to orientation? Because people are probably curious at what's going to take place.
Yeah, so you come in, you fill out an application, we give you a tour, we give you some other assessments, and then we give you time to process that, and then we will invite you back in for an interview. And if it's something you still want to do and we feel like you're a good fit, then at that point you have to pass a drug exam. Also, you don't need your GED or high school diploma. You just have to test at a 6th grade reading and math level. And those are some of the assessments that we give to make sure that you can at least do that. And we actually do help you with obtaining your GED if you're interested in doing that.
Wow, that's excellent. That's really good. So you're
Yeah.
getting a lot of support. Now, let's say I'm watching, but I say, wow, but I have a criminal background. Do you work with people that have backgrounds?
Yes, we do. We do. The woodworking industry is one that generally does not discriminate against people who have criminal backgrounds, and based off, sometimes it's a case-by-case base, situation, but looking at what that history is, we can give you a good idea of whether or not, we'll be able to get you placed.
Okay, so there you have it. You have much opportunity here today. You got a program. They work with people with criminal backgrounds. They provide you transportation. I believe you guys offer job placement as well.
Yes, I was just going to say that. So we have a job, one of the other classes is job readiness, where we help you with your interviewing skills, what to put on a resume, and just how to better present yourself to employers. And then we have an in-house job developer that looks at your progress during the training and helps get you placed on a job. We take into consideration like where you live, if you're on the bus. We're not going to set you up with a job where you have to, be on the bus for 2 hours and
Right.
there's a chance that you could be late. Or we look at many different factors, but we do help get you placed. Yeah.
So it's done intelligently. It's
Yeah.
job matching. It's an excellent resource for you. So all the things that I talked about, working in an industrial shop, a lot of people sometimes when they want to take a training, they have to buy tools. You don't have to buy tools here.
Yeah.
I mean, so you have all the support, and the interviewing thing is really important. You'd be surprised how many people have a hard time when they go. They say people get very nervous when they go to an interview because they don't feel equipped or prepared. And to have those workshops that you're talking about, the job readiness workshops, where you actually practice interviewing and you...
How to fill out an application.
Yes, a lot of people don't
Job
understand the
application
importance.
correctly.
How to fill out an application. If you leave an application with information that's blank, if you fill out 10 applications, nobody has called you, you're doing something wrong. You got to get some type of bite. If you have all your information, that's phone numbers, addresses, the name of your supervisor, the name of the company, address, your dates, all that is very, very important for obtaining a job. And I say this because I do have a lot of experience with job readiness. And a lot of people tend to not understand, or they underestimate how important it is to have all of your bases covered. So make sure when you're filling out an application, you take everything with you. And most of all, make sure you don't leave your personality at home. A lot of people go to an interview, they become robots, and they say the yes, no, answering the questions, and they have no personality. Personality is very important, because if I have to see your face 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, I want to see a happy face. I want to be able to smile and say, how you doing, good morning, and so on, because that's part of a job culture. So I see that you guys offer all the support and all the help that they need. Time is really going by quickly, but I'm telling you, if you're sitting there right now at home, don't hesitate to make that phone call and give us that call at the Greater Westtown Trading Partnership. There it is. It's on your screen right now. It's 563-9570. It's a 312 area code. And you guys are right in Chicago, 500 North Sacramento. That would be what, Sacramento and Franklin, I believe. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
Northwest corner.
Northwest corner of Sacramento, Franklin. So it's not far, and our Facebook information is on the screen. You can find out more information at www.gwtp.org, and you can find out more about our agency and what we do and the support that you will get. So we're starting in mid-July. We ask you to call very soon and get your future started. So if you're sitting at home right now and you're thinking about what should I do, what am I going to do, how am I going to compete, you have all the tools that are necessary right here before you right now. And all it takes is getting up and making that phone call and getting your future started today. And like I always say, the problem with tomorrow is that it never comes today. So you got to get up, go out there, and do what you got to do to make it happen. It's up to you. I want to thank Danya Gaskin for being here from Greater Westtown, and Tyran Freeman. I also thank him for being on today's program. Have a great evening and a good night. Thank you.